Have you ever come across a 1987 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny and tossed it aside, thinking it's just another regular copper-plated coin? What if I told you that this tiny piece of metal, minted in 1987 with the Denver mint mark, could be hiding a shocking value of up to $60,817 in today's market? That's right. This unassuming penny has stunned collectors and investors alike with its unbelievable price tag. Today, we're diving deep into the full story behind the 1987 D. Lincoln penny, its unique history, the features that make it so rare and valuable, and how you can identify one that might just change your life. Let's begin with the origin. The 1987 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the three major facilities in the United States responsible for producing coinage. This coin was created as part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, which started in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design used on the 1987 D penny features the familiar right-facing portrait of President Lincoln created by Victor David Brenner, a design that's been the face of this coin for over a century. On the obverse, or front of the coin, you'll see Lincoln's profile, the word Liberty to the left, the year 1987 to the right, and just below that, a small capital D that represents the Denver Mint. On the reverse or back side of the coin, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. This reverse design was used from 1959 through 2008 and was designed by Frank Gasparo. Now let's talk about why a coin minted in the tens of millions could ever be worth over $60,000. The secret lies in a rare combination of factors: pristine condition, high grade, flawless strike, and possible unique mint errors. Most 1987 D pennies are worth only face value because they were circulated and show heavy wear. However, a small number of these coins were preserved in perfect condition and later graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A coin graded as MS68 red or higher, meaning mint state with full red luster and no visible blemishes, becomes extremely rare, a record-breaking example of the 1987 D penny graded MS68 red recently sold for an incredible $60,817 at a public auction. That's not a typo. A single 1-cent coin from 1987, originally worth only a penny, became a five-figure collector's item. What made this particular coin so valuable was its impeccable condition, brilliant original color, and absolute lack of post-mint damage or spotting. Coins like this are essentially time capsules, preserved for nearly 4 decades in their original mint state. Collectors are willing to pay massive premiums for coins that meet these extraordinary standards, especially when only a handful are known to exist. Another factor that boosts the value of the 1987 D penny is any striking anomaly or mint error that occurred during production. Coins with off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or repunched mint marks can attract fierce bidding wars from collectors. If one of these mint error coins is also in pristine condition, the value can skyrocket even higher. But how do you know if you have a valuable 1987 D. Lincoln penny sitting in your collection or pocket change? First, take a good look at the coin under proper lighting. Check the color. A deep red hue means it still retains its original copper shine, which is highly desirable. Next, examine the surfaces. Are there any scratches, nicks, or signs of wear? If not, and the coin appears flawless, it may be worth having it professionally graded. You should also look closely at the D mint mark under magnification. Is it perfectly formed? Is there a doubling effect? Could there be a repunched mint mark? These details might seem minor, but they can add hundreds or even thousands of dollars in value. If you believe your 1987 D penny is special, do not clean it or polish it. Cleaning a coin drastically reduces its value. Instead, submit it to a trusted grading company and let the professionals evaluate it. As of now, the coin market is booming. Demand for high-grade Lincoln cents is at an all-time high. Investors and collectors are pouring money into rare coins as a hedge against inflation and as a way to preserve wealth. The 1987 D. Lincoln penny has become a standout in this trend. A few years ago, no one could have imagined that a coin from the late 1980s would fetch over $60,000. Yet here we are, in the world of numismatics, history meets value, and the story of the 1987 D penny is proof that even modern coins can hold immense worth. It's a powerful reminder to check your pocket change, old jars, inherited coin collections, and forgotten albums. The next time you come across a 1987 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny, pause before tossing it into the coin jar. You just might be holding a treasure worth over $60,000. Before we wrap up, let me give you one final tip. Always stay educated and informed. Coin values change based on market demand, condition rarity, and auction results. What's worth $1 today might be worth $10,000 next year. So keep researching, keep hunting, and never underestimate the hidden value of even the smallest coin. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about rare and valuable coins. This is your host signing off, reminding you that your change could hold a fortune. Happy collecting and see you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that looks so ordinary yet could be worth a jaw-dropping $62,529 in today's market. If you've ever doubted the value of a single penny, this video is going to blow your mind. So grab your coin jar, stay tuned, and make sure you don't miss a single detail that could change your financial future. Let's start with the basics. The 1998 Lincoln cent, like many pennies minted after 1982, is made of copper-plated zinc and features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front of the coin. This design by Victor David Brenner has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, making it the longest-running design in U.S. coin history. On the reverse, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. Now, most people know that U.S. coins are typically struck at one of three mints: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. If you look closely at most coins, you'll see a tiny mint mark indicating where it was struck. A D stands for Denver, an S stands for San Francisco, and for coins struck in Philadelphia, the mark is usually a P unless it's a Lincoln cent. Here's where it gets interesting. Unlike other denominations, Lincoln cents from Philadelphia traditionally don't carry a mint mark at all. So yes, the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is actually normal in that sense. It was minted in Philadelphia, and the absence of a mint mark is expected. But not all no-mint mark coins are created equal. So why would one of these ordinary-looking pennies sell for tens of thousands of dollars? Here's where we dive into the real story behind the value. What makes this coin potentially worth over $62,000 isn't just its lack of a mint mark. It's everything else that comes with that specific example. Coins with this kind of value must exhibit a combination of extreme rarity, pristine condition, and sometimes a significant error or anomaly. In the case of this specific 1998 Lincoln cent, we are likely talking about a coin that has been graded MS-70 red, which is a perfect, mint-state condition with full original red luster as it came off the dies. Flawless under magnification, only a tiny handful of 1998 Lincoln cents have ever been certified at such a high grade. That level of perfection is incredibly rare because most coins enter circulation, get scratched, tarnished, or worn down almost immediately. So finding a 1998 Lincoln cent in perfect uncirculated red condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, but there's even more. Some high-value 1998 pennies may also exhibit doubling, a feature known as doubling on the obverse or reverse design, which results from a misalignment during the minting process. This is known as a double die error. While no major double die variety has been officially listed for 1998, collectors continue to discover and submit new varieties that fetch high premiums. Combine a potential error with a perfect grade and an early die strike, and you have a recipe for a five-figure penny. Let's talk numbers. One of these incredible examples of the 1998 Lincoln cent without a mint mark in MS-70 red condition was sold at a major coin auction for a staggering $62,529. That's right, over $62,000 for a single penny that someone might have once overlooked in their change. And with collector interest in rare U.S. coinage continuing to rise, values like this are becoming more common than ever before. So, how do you know if your 1998 penny might be worth thousands? Here are the key things to look for. First, check the surface condition. Is your coin bright, red, and shiny with no visible scratches or marks? If so, you could have a mint state coin. That alone is valuable, but we're looking for perfection, flawless surfaces, sharp details, and no discoloration. Second, use a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect for any doubling, especially on the words Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date. If you see any signs of doubled letters or numbers, you may be holding a rare error coin. Third, consider sending your coin to a reputable coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Professional grading is essential for establishing true market value. A coin graded as MS-69 or MS-70 red with error characteristics could easily cross into five-figure territory. And finally, stay informed. Watch auction sites, follow rare coin listings, and learn how to distinguish between common coins and extraordinary finds. To recap, the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny may look ordinary, but in the right condition and with the right characteristics, it can be worth a life-changing amount of money. One example has already sold for over $62,529, and more are likely to follow as collectors and investors continue their search for the best of the best. So don't throw away your change. That little copper-colored coin in your pocket could be the key to your next big payday. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible stories about coins you never knew could be worth a fortune. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe the next valuable penny is already in your hand. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you've ever wondered whether that small copper-colored penny in your jar could be worth a fortune, then stay with me because today's video is going to blow your mind. We are diving deep into the story, mystery, and money behind one very specific and surprising coin, the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny, and why one of these exact coins is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $84,935 in today's rare coin market. Let's go back to the beginning. The year is 2003. The U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. The Philadelphia Mint, as usual, did not include a mint mark on these coins, so you'll often see pennies from Philadelphia with no mint mark just beneath the date. At first glance, the 2003 no mint mark penny might seem ordinary. But what separates a regular penny from a life-changing collectible is the presence of highly rare errors, stunning conditions, or unique striking features that are almost impossible to duplicate. Most 2003 Lincoln pennies are made of 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper, using a copper-plated zinc composition that began back in 1982. These coins are relatively lightweight, coming in at just 2.5 grams. On the obverse side is the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the word Liberty inscribed to the left and the year 2003 to the right. If the coin was minted in Philadelphia, there would be no mint mark, which is entirely normal. But here is where things get interesting. Out of all the 2003 pennies with no mint mark, there are a few that were struck with highly unusual mint errors, including double die obverse errors, off-center strikes, and planchet flaws. But there is one in particular that stands far above the rest. A near-perfect 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was submitted to a third-party grading service and received a top-tier grade of MS-70, meaning Mint State 70, the highest grade a coin can ever achieve. This means that the coin is in absolutely flawless condition, with no imperfections visible under a 5x magnifying glass. And yes, it also carries a major doubling error on the obverse, visible around Lincoln's eye, the word Liberty, and parts of the date. Because of this rare combination, a flawless mint state condition plus a strong doubling error and pristine coppery luster, this coin has become an extreme rarity in the world of penny collectors and numismatics. That particular 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny sold at a high-end auction for an unbelievable amount. Are you ready for it? This single penny reached a staggering final hammer price of $84,935. That's right. A coin that most people overlook every day, a coin sitting quietly in a jar, in a drawer, in a box, could be worth nearly $85,000. And what makes this even more exciting is that many similar 2003 pennies are still out there. Most people don't even realize they could be holding one of the most valuable modern coins ever minted. The truth is, the difference between an ordinary penny and a six-figure treasure is sometimes just a matter of condition, error, and timing. Now let's talk about how you can spot one of these valuable 2003 no mint mark Lincoln pennies. First, look at the surface. If the coin is extremely shiny, with no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, it could be a high mint state grade. Next, look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or a coin loop to inspect the date, the letters in the word Liberty, and Lincoln's profile, especially the eye area. Any unusual doubling or extra lines can indicate a double die error, which makes the coin exponentially more valuable. Third, weigh the coin. A standard 2003 penny should weigh 2.5 grams, but if your penny weighs more, it could be a transitional error or a rare off-metal strike, which increases the value even more. And lastly, look for off-center strikes or broad-struck errors. If the coin looks misaligned or the rim is uneven, that might also be a valuable minting error. So, what should you do if you think you have a rare 2003 Lincoln penny? First, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce the value dramatically. Second, store it safely in a protective sleeve or coin holder. Then, take clear, close-up photos of both the front and back sides and consider getting the coin professionally graded by a reputable grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. The rare coin market is booming right now, with modern-era coins becoming more popular than ever before. Collectors and investors are paying big money for coins they once overlooked. The 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that not all treasure is buried. Sometimes it's hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket changed. So, next time you get a penny and change, take a second look. That plain-looking coin just might be your ticket to a massive payday. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare and valuable coins that could change your life, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin alert. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. You never know when your next penny could be worth thousands. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and everyone curious about the small coins in your pocket that could be hiding massive value. Today, we're diving deep into a shocking story that's blowing the minds of coin experts and collectors around the world. We are talking about a 2013 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark that is making headlines for its jaw-dropping estimated value of $98 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, the same one you might have tossed into a jar or found under your car seat, is believed to be worth an incredible $98 million. So how is this even possible? What makes the 2013 no mint mark penny so special? Let's uncover the unbelievable truth behind this coin's history, its mysterious features, and the reasons why collectors are ready to spend millions just to get their hands on it. To understand the 2013 no mint mark penny's journey, we need to begin with its background. In 2013, the United States Mint continued producing the Lincoln cent, a coin that has been in continuous production since 1909. This penny features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield design on the reverse, introduced in 2010. Now here's where the story gets fascinating. Most 2013 Lincoln cents were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and do not carry a mint mark. That in itself is not unusual. But one particular coin surfaced that defied all expectations. This 1-cent coin, minted in Philadelphia, was struck on a planchet that should have never been used. Experts believe it was created using experimental material or a leftover planchet from a foreign coin production batch and somehow made its way through the system unnoticed. The coin's appearance is off from the usual copper-plated zinc alloy that's used for Lincoln cents. Instead, this rare 2013 penny has a distinct metallic luster, an unusually high level of detail in its strike, and an immaculate surface. On top of that, its weight, magnetic properties, and composition do not match the regular mint specifications. It is widely believed that this coin is a mint error of the highest magnitude, but that's not all. What truly catapulted this coin into the upper echelons of numismatic history is what happened after its discovery. When it first came to light in a private collection, collectors assumed it was just a well-preserved cent. But after laboratory analysis, digital scans, and metallurgical testing, it became clear this was no ordinary penny. It was determined that this specific 2013 no-mint mark penny was possibly struck using a prototype alloy that was never officially released. Some numismatists suggest that it could have been a test strike for a new coinage material created in absolute secrecy by the mint. That would make this penny a unique specimen, a one-of-a-kind coin, never intended for circulation. The mystery deepens when you consider the circumstances of how this penny was found. It wasn't pulled from a mint bag or a collector's roll. No, it was found in everyday pocket change. That's right. A man in New York reportedly discovered it while paying for groceries, and the coin's odd look caught his attention. He held onto it for years, not knowing its true value, until he decided to have it appraised. When professional graders got their hands on this coin, they were stunned. It was immediately given a perfect mint state grade of MS-70, the highest possible grade for a coin. Only a handful of modern coins have ever achieved this level of perfection. The combination of a flawless strike, mysterious composition, and a confirmed prototype status made this penny a unicorn in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's talk about the money. Why is this coin valued at $98 million? Well, in the world of collectibles, rarity is everything. A coin that is not only rare but also surrounded by mystery, struck in error, and verified to be unique can fetch astronomical prices. Some believe this 2013 no-mint mark penny could be the most valuable 1-cent coin in the history of the United States. According to auction insiders and private collectors, multiple offers have already been made in excess of $10 million. However, the current owner, aware of the coin's unmatched rarity, has turned down every offer. Industry rumors suggest a prominent billionaire collector based overseas has offered as much as $98 million for this single penny, hoping to secure it as the crown jewel of his collection. If that deal goes through, it would shatter all existing records and redefine the value of modern-era coins forever. So, what does this mean for you? Could you have a similar treasure sitting unnoticed in your penny jar? Possibly. It's time to take a closer look at those 2013 pennies in your possession. Look for signs of unusual metal coloring, perfectly struck details, or anything that seems out of the ordinary. Pay attention to the weight, feel, and sound of the coin. Even slight deviations could indicate a rare strike or experimental piece. While the odds are incredibly slim, the story of the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that lightning can strike in the world of coins. One man found a penny in his change that is now worth nearly $100 million. Who's to say it can't happen to you? If this story amazed you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more incredible coin discoveries. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you have a 2013 penny you're curious about. We read every comment and love hearing from our fellow coin hunters. Thanks for watching and keep checking your change. You never know when you might hold a fortune in the palm of your hand. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the rarest and most valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. Today's spotlight is on a modern marvel that has shocked collectors and investors alike, the 2015 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard that right. A penny from just a few years ago, struck in 2015 at the Denver Mint, has been valued at an astounding $52,291. And in this video, we are diving deep into its history, why it's worth so much money, and what makes it so incredibly rare in today's coin collecting market. Let's begin with a bit of background. The Lincoln Cent series began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person and replace the Indian head cent. Over the years, the design has seen several changes, but the core image of Lincoln has remained consistent. Fast forward to 2015, and the penny was still going strong as part of everyday circulation. In 2015, two primary mint marks were issued for the Lincoln 1-cent penny. One from Philadelphia with no mint mark and one from Denver with the letter D stamped below the date. While billions of these pennies were struck at both mints, what makes this particular 2015 D penny so valuable is not the quantity, but a combination of rare minting errors, condition, and collector demand. The coin in question was found in almost perfect condition, graded as MS69 by a top-tier grading company. That grade stands for Mint State 69, which means the coin is nearly flawless and has an extremely sharp strike with brilliant luster. Only a handful of coins ever achieve that grade, especially modern pennies that are generally not handled with the care older collectible coins receive. Now here's where things get exciting. This specific 2015 D Lincoln penny had more than just pristine condition. It was also a rare variety with a doubled die obverse. This means the coin was struck with a die that had been impressed twice, leading to noticeable doubling on key parts of the design, such as Lincoln's profile, the date, and the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." When this doubling is visible to the naked eye, it drastically increases the coin's value. Combine that doubling error with the highest possible mint state condition, and you have a unicorn in the world of modern coin collecting. It is no longer just a penny, it becomes a collector's trophy. Another major reason this 2015 D penny is valued so high is due to auction dynamics. Collectors and investors constantly search for the best of the best. When a coin like this surfaces, bidding wars can take place, pushing the price far beyond its estimated value. In one such high-profile auction, a single 2015 D Lincoln Cent in MS69 condition with the double die obverse error sold for an unbelievable $52,291. That amount is not just a record for the 2015 penny. It is a record among nearly all modern pennies ever sold. Think about that for a second. A coin that most people overlook or throw in a jar has now fetched more than the price of a luxury car or even a college tuition. But why would someone pay that much for a single penny? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and perfection. Most 2015 D pennies are worth exactly 1 cent. Even well-circulated versions might only bring in a few cents or $1 if you're lucky. But when a coin is one of the best preserved examples in existence, and it has a dramatic error that sets it apart from the rest, it becomes a holy grail among numismatists. Collectors are always hunting for coins that stand out, coins that tell a story, coins that capture a moment in minting history. This 2015 D penny does all of that and more. It symbolizes the intersection of chance, preservation, and perfection. So, how can you find one of these valuable 2015 D Lincoln pennies for yourself? First, check your change. Look closely at any 2015 D penny you come across. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling in the inscriptions and Lincoln's profile. Look for a sharp strike, bright coppery luster, and no visible signs of wear. Next, consider getting your best finds professionally graded. If your coin is in uncirculated condition and has unique visual characteristics, you might be holding a mini fortune. And finally, stay connected to the coin collecting community. Knowledge is power. The more you learn about errors, varieties, and market trends, the better chance you'll have of spotting one of these rare coins before it's gone. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The 2015 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a modern coin you might think is worthless, has shocked the market with a staggering value of $52,291. This value was achieved due to near-perfect mint state condition, a rare double die obverse error, and intense collector demand at auction. It proves once again that valuable coins are not always old. Sometimes they're hiding right in your pocket. So check your change, look closely, and never underestimate the power of a humble penny. Who knows, your next coin could be the one worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible story of the 2015 Lincoln penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates on rare and valuable coins that could make you rich. Until next time, happy hunting and keep collecting.